Hey, what is up people? This is Johnny. In today's Pokemon theory, we're going to go over Crystal Onix, and we're also going to be going over a Steelix made out of diamonds. If you remember the original Pokemon anime episodes, you probably remember a earlier on episode where a Crystal Onix appeared. And why the reason this Onix was really unique is because its body was full of crystals. It was all blue and shiny and it looked really amazing. Now this Pokemon was actually a water type Onix, sort of, because he could resist water type moves. It would not affect him, but if you did use fire, it would do a more effective move on it. But water type moves did not affect the Crystal Onix because it was resistive to those type of moves. Now he still had its very own Pokemon moves from the original Onix, such as Rock Smash and Tackle Attack and other moves. So I'm guessing this Onix was able to learn its rock type moves as well. So it may be that it has a rock type in it as well, and it could probably also learn other moves in the future as well if it was taught that move. Now what is very unique is that maybe its body just somehow mutated to the environment, to that water. Maybe he was in that cave for a while, and then all of a sudden his body started getting into the water, and it lived on, and it managed to survive in the water, which was its environment. So that's why it's mutated into a water type Pokemon. Now one thing that I want to mention is that Onix body actually hardens over time, and when it hardens, it actually makes it into diamonds. And that's actually pretty reasonable, because if you look at the evolution of Steelix, Steelix is made out of diamonds. So basically Steelix is like a Pokemon that over time, when it evolves, its whole body is mainly out of diamonds, and the rocks that cover it on the side are pretty much rocks. But if you look at Crystal Onix, the water type, somehow with the rocks, it combined into its body and made its rocks just water type, so it could be resistant against it. Now some people are suggesting maybe this is a steel and ice type Pokemon. Now it is reasonable that it could probably learn ice moves, but in reality there was no ice moves in that episode of the anime where the Crystal Onix learned it. But it seems more like a water, steel, or rock type Pokemon, just those two combinations of that Pokemon having that. So Steel probably did evolve it, because if you look at the evolution of Onix, it has these diamonds around its body which allow it to do the steel type moves. So that's a pretty interesting thing about. For the next Pokemon theory, we're going to be talking about the possibility that Steelix is actually a Pokemon that is made out of completely diamonds. So this Pokemon may actually be made out of complete diamonds. And the reason why is because we're going to go back a little bit more into the first generation Pokedex, where in Gold and Silver it states that its body has compressed deep underground. As the result, it's even harder than a diamond. And then in the Silver it states, it is said that if Onix lives for over 100 years, its composition changes to become diamond-like. So maybe if you, as you see right there, when it says its composition may change over time, it may look like a diamond-like composition of its whole body. That means that this Pokemon probably has the possibility that inside of it is made out of diamonds. Another thing that you want to take this into the theory is that when you evolve Steelix with a metal coat, isn't like a metal coat basically what's going to cover the evolution going around the Onix, so the body can somehow decompress into the diamonds, and the rocks from the Onix will transform into diamonds. But you also have that metal coat when you have to trade the Pokemon to get the Steelix, and it goes around the Steelix, and so you won't see the diamonds or anything. Another interesting thing that you have to look at is when the Pokemon Mega evolves. When the Pokemon Mega evolves, you can actually see diamonds cracking out of the body of Steelix, which makes me think that maybe it is true about this theory that Steelix is actually a Pokemon that was made out of diamonds, but the metal coat just covered it up. And then when you Mega evolve it, some parts of the cracks of the diamonds go around the Steelix, which allow it to be you can see part of the inside of the body of the Steelix, which is pretty interesting. So let me know what you think about that. Alright, thanks for watching this Pokemon theory. Let me know what you think about this theory in the comments section. Also, if you haven't checked out some of my previous videos, make sure to click on those two boxes to go ahead and check them out.